So x squared plus y squared is equal x. This is so boring. And suddenly it's not so boring. What's good, YouTube? This is me, PokeLegendary, here with you guys, and this is my Catch Up Friday 5, I believe, for you guys. Yeah. So yeah, I was just doing some maths thingy. Yeah. So school started this Tuesday. It's bad, I guess. Not very fun. Yeah. Anyway, and some funny things did happen at school. I think it was the first day of school, yeah, which was Tuesday. On Tuesday, we had a substitute English teacher. I forgot her name, but anyway, yeah. So then, the first thing that she said after saying hello class, hello good morning, how are you, and after all of that, the first thing that she said was Miss Porteous, which is our original teacher, is away. And at that very moment, every single person in the class, yes, including me, went crazy. Totally crazy. Um, Although that lasted probably about 5 seconds. And then the next thing that she said is she's going to be away for the next 2 weeks. So for the first 2 weeks of school, we don't have our original English teacher. And that was when the thing happened. Every single person in the class, yes, including me again, went totally wild, like it was some finals for the footy match or something. Speaking of finals, the Rabbitohs just won the finals. Congratulations to them. Anyway, back to our school story. Yeah, so everyone was just crazy, like in a NRL finals. We were just jumping and screaming everywhere, and then it was literally like a football match, except without a stadium, a field, a ball, players on our side and players on the other side, and a goal and a referee. There was only a crowd, crowd going crazy. Just imagine it. Just imagine it. I'm pretty sure that everyone here who's a student will have some teacher that they hate and some teacher that they like. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna go into too much detail about the teacher that I like because nothing really happened with him much. Yeah. Anyway, I know I did said that I would upload the interview Tuesday and interview Thursday with Aeroplace Gaming and Nate Wants to Battle. No, not Nate Wants to Battle. King Magikarp this week, the previous week, but then I actually wasn't able to get the video from them in time because it was recorded onto their Mac, not my Mac. But in fact, I have the video right here, right now, with me on this USB. This USB is the key. I just hope it's there. I don't know if it got deleted or something. But anyway, we copied it onto that USB, and it should be there. And I will be uploading it, and I will be doing what? I was meant to be doing something. I was supposed to be doing something, but I can't remember that something. Anyway, so yeah, so basically, as main news is just that school started again, and it's as boring as ever, except for the part with the friends. And then yeah, so we were having Rubik's Cube battles, and then Ranak, which was in my Raikou 6 sweep. He was there in my Raikou 6 sweep. He was the opponent. He actually um, started trying to solve the cube using Frederick's method, which is the fastest method to solve a Rubik's Cube, except that there are too many scenarios, so it just gets really complicated. So he was teaching that to the King Magikarp. He tried teaching it to me, and I understood one thing out of everything that he said. Nothing. That's the only thing I understood. Nothing. So yeah, I still stick to the normal beginner method. I'm not too slow with that, but I'm faster than Ranak with the Frederick's method. In fact, I was racing him today, and I actually did beat him a few times, and he did beat me once by accident. And then, oh yeah, one of my cubes actually fell out, and I still beat him in that one. And then there was one where Ranak had like a really, really good a shuffle of cubes. So then he had all the right scenarios that he wanted, the easiest scenarios to do using Frederick's method, but I got a lucky solve. When I was trying to do the corners for the last, no, not the corners. When I was trying to align the last layer, align the cubes for the last layer, I actually got all the cubes in place, so that was a lucky solve. Yeah, so it's been great, kind of. Yeah, the school hasn't been that bad. Hasn't been that bad. Yeah, the good news is that we didn't get any assessment notifications yet, or anything like that. Yeah, we only have the assessment notifications from last term. And yeah, I am also proud to be announcing that I will be launching my new video group, I guess it is, group playlist. Um, it is my top fives. Yes, it is top fives. I'll be doing my own top fives, except they're gonna be based off of stats. The first top five is gonna be based off of stats, and the second top five is gonna be based off of my personal opinion. My opinion on which Pokemon that I prefer to use in that typing. And I will not be including any Ubers or Legendaries, because Legendaries are Ubers. Actually, no, I will be including Legendaries that are non-Ubers, like Raikou. Raikou, it's not a Uber, but it's a Legendary. I will be including that. But I will be doing a top, not 10, not 5, not 10, not 15, 20. Top 20 Uber Pokemon that I love to use. Not by stats, but by personal preference. Um, so yeah, it will be in the same video. I just need to figure out how to record that video. Yeah, and I also need to probably I have a method to recording it. I just came up with it myself. I was sitting there thinking, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? So the way Nathan does it is like he actually does he records with one of the Pokemon and then he records with another one and then another one and then just combines them all together using some video editing software. But I don't have the time to do that. It just takes too long. It's just too painful to do all that work. And besides, the file size would just be a bit too large that way. Because I right now have uploaded 7.5 gigs, excluding this video, 7.5 gigs of video. That much. Because they are all high definition, I think 720 or 1080p. I think they're all 1080p, 1080 pixels per inch. That is for people who don't know that. Yeah, so that is basically one of the highest that you can ever go. And animes, I was kind of getting bored of Akame ga Kill and Kill la Kill because right now they're like just stretching it, and then yeah, so then they were stretching Akame ga Kill, they were stretching Attack on Titan. I got bored of that kind of, but I will be watching the rest of it. And then they were stretching Sword Art Online, but it broke, so I stopped watching that. Like it broke. It broke in my opinion. That's what I think. I think that Sword Art Online is not good. Um, yeah. So then I was actually just thinking about what anime to watch, and I was like really really confused at one point because I had no idea. I didn't want to ask Nathan because half the animes that he tell me has something wrong in it. Yeah. And if you've watched Kill la Kill, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I actually only watched up to like episode 10, I think, in that one. It just got too hard to bear after that. So I stopped watching that. Although it wasn't that bad, it had pretty good action in that. So yeah, so I was just thinking about that, and then I came across a friend that I have, and then she also watches anime. She's watched Naruto. She's a big fan of Naruto, just like me, and she actually was talking about some random animes, and then I could remember Naruto. I already watched that. I'm watching it. Um, what was the other one? The other one. Dragon Ball Z. Yes, that's Dragon Ball Z. This is Dragon Ball Z. This is Naruto. It was Dragon Ball Z. I already watched that. Then I remember that she liked Doctor Who, but Doctor Who is not an anime. And one of my friends at school said that the new season, he didn't like the first episode. He thought that it was like the worst episode of Doctor Who ever made. I know that's a bit old, but right now, but yeah, I just thought I'd mention it because of Doctor Who. And then I remembered that she mentioned Sailor Moon. I wanted to watch that, so I went onto YouTube, typed up Sailor Moon episode 1. I searched for that. And then it came up with a whole bunch of video reference links like usual. And then I just picked the one that said Sailor Moon season 1 episode 1, or I think it was just episode 1, and it had like a new moon star is born. I think that was the name of the episode. And then I started watching it, and then about 30 seconds in I was thinking, am I watching the right thing? Cuz this anime looks really really old. So I wasn't sure if that was the right one. So then, because I remember that when I told her that I was reading Yu-Gi-Oh, and then they were talking about this dude that bought air shoes with air bubbles, and they got stolen and stuff. So she said that was the original. I actually didn't think it was possible to have an original of an original, but then she said it was an original of an original. Um, and then so then I wasn't sure if this was some case like that, and then I didn't want to end up watching something that was totally boring. So what I decided was stop that, and then I started thinking again. What other anime did she talk about? And then Death Note came across my mind, and then Death Note is an anime that I've also always wanted to watch. But then I never really watched it because I thought that I'd read the manga, and then watch it. But then I never really got the time to read the anime and I couldn't find any books. Only like book 20 or something. See, volume 20. Um, yeah, I started watching that, and I'm actually really into the anime right now. Death Note is pretty epic. Probably one of the best animes. One of the top three animes that I like. Probably number one is probably Naruto. Number two is probably Death Note right now, and number three is probably No Game No Life. Those three are animes that I definitely recommend watching. But then Naruto, just a shout out to those people that don't like long animes. If you don't like long animes, Naruto is not for you. You might want to watch something like No Game No Life and Death Note. They're pretty short, I think. I'm not sure about Death Note, but yeah, I know that it is. I know that No Game No Life is short because I've watched every latest episode of that, and then it ended quite a while back. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically what's been going on, and yep, guys. So HEC starting on Monday. Just a shout out to all year 12s, all the best for that one. And if you are watching it on in the future, then this is not for you. But yeah, just all the best to all HEC students. All the best, yes. And unfortunately, that's all that we have time for today, guys. Tune in next time for the latest video. The next video is gonna be on Monday for my Showdown Monday 6, and then Tuesday, then Thursday, then Friday. Jam-packed week next week. Hope you guys can tune in, or just search on YouTube. If you can't tune in, just search it on YouTube. It should be there. Yeah, so I guess that I'm out.